Hey guys, today I want to talk about credit cards and why you need a credit card in the Philippines. Let me tell you something, there's a lot of people that come over here and they're usually the low income people that have had bad credit or what have you, and they come over here with no credit cards. And that's like a do not come thing. If you do not have some sort of credit card, whether it's a secured credit card or what have you, you really shouldn't come here, because if you're coming here to live, it's almost impossible to live without a credit card. I have to pay for my Magic Jack, I have to pay for different things online sometimes, and the credit card comes in handy. Granted, a lot of things from Lazada and other places come cash on delivery, and that's fine, and that's okay for things like that. But here, you gotta have a credit card. And also, make sure it's like a Citibank card or something that gives you like a lot of points. Citibank has some really good credit cards, and one of them will give you 50% off at some restaurants on certain days. We've talked about that. Some restaurants give 50% off like on a Saturday or a Thursday. They pick a certain day or what have you. And that's key over here to surviving, because if you want to go out to eat at some of these places up at the Conrad building, up at Mall of Asia or whatever, it gets expensive. The food there is expensive. The drinks are expensive. It's really high-end stuff because it comes all the way from the US, so they jack the prices up. So you have, if you use your credit card, then you get 50% off. It's a real deal. But also, guys, I want to stress upon you that there's cards with points out there. Those cards also are the cards you want to look for. Travel points, anything like that you want to try to get. And you should at least try to have probably 3 or 4 credit cards. One as an emergency, die-hard emergency card that for a get out of Dodge quick card. That's what I would use that card strictly for. If you got 5,000 on there or 3,000 or something, leave that untouched. If you need to get out of here quick, you can jump on a plane and get out of here. God forbid there's an emergency or something like that. But never leave yourself without an emergency card. And guys, try to stay out of debt. That's the key over here, staying out of debt. I try to stay out of debt as much as I can. Once in a while, I'll buy like I bought my computer using my credit card. Boom, I pay it off. Then if I want to buy something, a big ticket item, I'll use it and then pay it off over the course of like a year or what have you. That's the way to do it. You really, really want to watch yourself on debt over here, because you can catch yourself getting into debt really, really fast if you know, trying to impress your girlfriend or something like that. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, guys. Keep your debt down to 0 as much as you can, and make sure you have 3 cards, at least one, enough to buy a plane ticket out of here and enough to do all the things that you need to do, but also have that emergency fund too. Better off not to go into debt and use your emergency fund than it is to go in debt and use your credit card, unless you're going to pay it off relatively quickly or you're going to pay it off later with your emergency fund or what have you. That's why that emergency fund is key, because you don't ever want to go into debt. That's why I talk so much about the emergency fund. But it's good to have the credit card, so when you get to the airport or something, bingo, you don't have to run to an ATM or something. You just flip your card down and you pay it later. So that's the good thing about having credit card access. It's key to survival for any expat in the world today to have a credit card. I don't even know how some people travel without a credit card, to be honest with you, but some do make it without a credit card, okay? And you know, like some places like this, you need cash. Okay, I can't pay for this to come to a place like this here. It's actually, this is about 1,300 pesos per head to come out here to Pagsanhan Falls. We're at Pagsanhan Falls now. And, you know, you can't pay for that with a credit card. You have to pay cash. In the Philippines, you're going to find that the Philippines is pretty much a cash society. Yes, they have fintech over here. Actually, they're probably way ahead of the US on fintech, like PayMaya and a lot of these other different fintech apps that they have out there. And they kind of come in handy. And yes, people over here do use credit, but the majority of people over here in the Philippines do not use credit, okay? They just don't like using credit too much. They just pay cash. Most of the people, I don't even think would be eligible to actually get credit over here, to be honest with you, because the majority of people here are, you know, they're on the poverty level or just above the poverty level, so most banks will not give them credit. Some places will, but most places won't. But guys, remember, have a credit card when you travel as an expat, whether it be to the Philippines, Thailand, wherever you go. If you go to Europe or what have you, make sure you have credit cards, because you're gonna need, especially living over here. Like I said, I have to pay for my Magic Jack. I find I have to pay for a lot of things online. It just makes it, it's good for an emergency too. Also, if you want to use it for eBay, to buy things on eBay, it comes in handy. And also you can pay for, on Lazada with credit cards also. But anyway, guys, God bless. And remember, if you're gonna travel, have a credit card. Try to have 3. Okay? God bless, guys. Take care.